A lot of nonsense has been said and written about the Battle of Mortimers Cross. That's happened because the original documents of the period tell us almost nothing about this battle. And that is the particular challenge we have, is to find where the battle was fought without the documents actually telling us where. What the documents actually tell us is the battle was fought at Mortimers Cross, somewhere in this landscape. How can we work out where within this whole area of several square miles the action took place? All we can do to start with is to try to put ourselves in the mind of the commanders on the day. But we can't do that if we look at the landscape as it is now, with all these hedges and trees. They simply would not have been there in 1461. What did the landscape look like? This is what Tracy's been working on, and we can begin to use some of that evidence to interpret the little that we have from the documents about the battle. What they tell us is that the Lancastrian army was marching out of Wales. It also says in Gregory's Chronicle that Edward was at Hereford. If one looks at the early maps, one finds that the main road out of Wales into England ran through Hereford. What Edward is doing is trying to intercept that Lancastrian army. Why then do we end up at Mortimers Cross? Clearly, Edward's marched north to this location. He must have done that surely in relation to what the Lancastrians were doing. They must have manoeuvred and he must have responded. And somehow that brought them here. Everyone's looked at this landscape and said, well, obviously, this Roman road, which was still in use in the medieval period, is still a road today, and it runs up from Hereford, must have been where the armies moved. And everyone's put the battle out there, beside Mortimers Cross, or down beyond towards Kingsland. Everything's focused on that road. However, if you look again at the later documents of the 17th century, you find there is another road. It's the road from London to Aberystwyth. And we know the Lancastrians are marching out of Wales. If they've moved to the north, are they trying to outflank Edward and join up with their other forces in the Midlands? And to do that, are they marching down that road through Prestine into England? If that is the case, then actually should we be looking at the line of that road, which today is completely been abandoned, but once ran along the side of what's now an orchard? Is that where we should be looking for the battle, because the Lancastrian army marched down that road rather than to the Roman road where everyone's placed it before? The trouble is that there is so much we don't understand about this landscape. What other roads might there have been?